first stop on our trip was for Eleanor and I to drop off Milo and Ollie at the kennel so that they could have their own vacation. The 6 a.m. flight seemed like a great idea when I was booking the tickets a month ago. The coastal road that led to our Airbnb was a must stop before we got there. Even though we had groceries in the car, the kids had to stop and see the Pacific Ocean. Our Airbnb was in Klamath, California, which is about an hour north of Eureka, just south of Oregon. So the first day we decided to stay close to the Airbnb and ventured out to the Redwood National Forest, which is only a couple of miles away. This ended up being our longest hike of our trip at almost 8 miles. At this point in our hike, we kind of thought we were lost, at least the kids did, and I was starting to believe them. We came across this downed tree and decided it was a good time to eat lunch. Luckily for us, within 100 meters of that stop, we found a sign and it pointed us in the right direction. There's no way for my GoPro to actually capture the sheer greatness of these trees, how big they are, how tall they are. It's amazing to see in person. On the second day, we decided to keep it easy since the kids were nice and tired. We ventured a few miles south and went to Trillium Falls, and here we saw some elk hanging out right by the parking lot where we were going to hike. I think today we only did about 3 miles. Eleanor is such a great hiker. She's the best hiking partner you could have. I think her and I talked the majority of the time. Malachi loves to eat mussels, so we thought we'd give him the opportunity to harvest some. But after doing a little research, we realized that California has a ban on eating mussels during certain months of the year because of the toxicity that they have. On day 3, we decided to take the kids to the Jedediah Smith Redwood State Park, and this area has a lot of trails where famous movies have been filmed, like Return of the Jedi. The kids thought that was cool, but they also liked that it was a shorter hike. On day 4, since the kids have had so much fun at the beach, we decided to hike the coastal road trail, which gave us access to a hidden beach, which they thought was pretty cool. For a few short hours, we truly felt like we were the only people on the earth. Another cool thing that we got to do was see the Tall Trees Grove. This is an area of the Redwood Forest that have the tallest redwood trees in existence. This is a special permit section of the forest. In order to get it, you have to apply online, and if granted, they'll send you an email with a combination, and then you have to open and close the gate behind you. It's all fun and games on the way into this grove, with a gentle downhill walk for about 2 miles. It even gets steep at some points and a great decline. The kids thought it was great. Connie and I knew what was ahead of us when we turned around to go back to the car. We were so smoked going back up that hill. And I say we because I had this limp noodle in my arms. I think the kids were a little sad to be going home. It was 55 degrees in the forest. They hadn't fought or complained or really been bored the entire time we were there. There was always something to do in the woods, always something to see. And they didn't want to go back to our regular life. And Connie and I both wished that we had another week.
TV shows on your personal device. Just make sure you do have the latest United app downloaded before we close the door.
Such a mighty traveler, that one. Just jumps on, hops in her seat, puts her seatbelt on, asks for a snack. Well, thank you.